What's up everyone, your boy Tapesh Kumar here, and it's been a while. It's been about 8 days since I've made a video because I was on a sort of a break from making videos and from all of social media. But first of all, a huge thank you to each and every one of you. We hit 100,000 subscribers. In fact, we've crossed 110,000 now. And a very big thank you to each and every one of you. You guys, all of you, you are great. And a lot of interesting things have happened in the last 1 week. I am sure you all know what I'm talking about. We will talk about that today towards the end of this video. But before that, something very interesting and very serious awaits you today. We all know what happened to Sushant Singh Rajput. A very famous, very beloved, successful, rich, a very good looking person, and he had to take the extreme step of taking his own life. And that just makes me very sad. And it also tells us, each and every one of us, that all these materialistic things that we look for, cars, money, good looks, girls, guys, all of these things, they do not contribute to your happiness or to your mental health. Before I start this video, I would like to emphasize this to each and every one of you. Please take care of your mental health as much as your physical health. I know I've been through it once. I've been in that stage and it does not feel very good. So if you have a problem, speak to someone. Go to a psychologist, speak to a friend, speak to your parents. किसी से भी बात करो. Try and talk it out. खुद के अंदर रखोगे ना, it becomes too much and eventually things stop making sense. So guys, please take care of your mental health. And this topic of mental health and suicide reminded me of a very recent crash in aviation where a depressed first officer actually crashed an whole airplane and ended up killing 150 people. And today in Cockpit Stories episode 10, we'll be looking at the crash of Germanwings flight 9525. So the story starts on 24th of March 2015. A Germanwings aircraft, an Airbus A320, is operating a flight from Dusseldorf in Germany to Barcelona and back. On the way back, the captain goes to the washroom, and when he goes to the washroom, the first officer is now alone in the cockpit. Before you ask me, at that time in Germany, there was no rule of having another person in the cockpit while one of the pilots is out. So as a result, the first officer is alone in the cockpit and the captain is outside knocking at the door, but the first officer did not open the door. He actually made the airplane start descending and eventually the airplane crashed into the French Alps. Today I'm going to be telling you why the first officer took such a drastic step of actually killing himself and taking down 149 other people with him. Alright, before we continue guys, a very big announcement. We know the Yadav Aviation Academy is in association with Book My Show and VRF Events conducting an online workshop on how to be a pilot. The workshop will be conducted by me personally. It's on 28th of June, wherein you can ask your questions, you can interact with me. We'll also be giving you some material and I'll be telling you guys the whole process on how to be a pilot. You can get the tickets on Book My Show, the application as well as the website. All the details are on your screen right now. You can also find them in the description. Go check them out and please do register. I'll see you all on 28th of June. Thank you and let's continue. So the villain of the story is the first officer, whose name was Andreas Lubitz. As a child, Andreas always wanted to be a pilot. He was a German national and he always wanted to fly for Lufthansa. His room was always filled with aircraft posters as a kid. So eventually, when he grew up, he applied for Lufthansa's cadet program. Very few people get selected in that program and he was one of those people who got selected. However, unfortunately, 2 months into the cadet program, he had to drop out. The reason was he was diagnosed with severe depression. As a result, for the next 9 months, he was under a doctor's supervision and he had to take some very heavy antidepressants to eventually come out of the depression. However, as per studies, 50% of the people who have depression eventually will have a relapse. That relapse is what comes up later on. However, at this point of time, the doctor declared Andreas as fit to fly, and Andreas came back to the Lufthansa's cadet program and he finished his training. Eventually, he also worked with Lufthansa as a cabin crew. After working as a crew for a few years, Andreas eventually moved on to Germanwings as a first officer. Germanwings is actually a low-cost subsidiary of Lufthansa, and he eventually moved on to Germanwings as a first officer on the Airbus A320. His training was absolutely fine. He was out of depression. He was actually doing very well in his job. All of his friends described him as a very diligent, a very hardworking, and a very calm person. But eventually, unfortunately, there was a relapse. His depression started to come back. Despite the fact that he was doing very well in his life, he was doing very well in his career, he even had a girlfriend with whom he was living, he had a nice apartment. Despite all of these things, his depression still came back. And he knew about it. He knew he was depressed. As a part of his depression, he actually thought he was going blind. He used to think that his eyes had some problem and he was losing eyesight. He was so obsessed with the idea that he was losing his eyes, he actually used to take 3 to 4 appointments every week and go to doctors to have his eyes checked. Despite all of them telling that nothing is wrong with him, he was still very obsessed with that idea. And he used to fear that if his eyes were lost, he would also lose his license and his flying duties. As a result, he never declared or he never told anyone about either his depression or his obsession with the idea that his eyes were losing sight. Now, as per German laws, the doctors are not authorized to release information, or they're not required by law to inform the authorities about a person's depression. This is to protect a person's privacy. As a result, the doctors never told the airline that your pilot is depressed. The doctor did declare Lubitz as unfit for flying. There was actually a letter found in the dustbin in Lubitz's room which said that he was unfit to fly. However, Andreas hid this information from the airline because he was afraid that he had already been depressed once, and if he had depression once again, he would for sure be thrown out of the airline and his license would be cancelled. This fear of losing his license and this constant idea in his head that he was losing his sight drove him mad. However, it drove him mad only inside his head. Outside, he seemed absolutely fine. Like I said, he used to live with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend, till the very last day, had absolutely no idea how depressed Lubitz was. She, till the last day, thought he was doing absolutely fine, and that's how dangerous depression can be. The person right next to you would have no idea how depressed you are. However, in your head, all you could be thinking is, how can I kill myself? Andreas Lubitz, towards the last of his days, actually googled on how to die. He actually searched on the internet for ways to die. He also then started searching for information on the cockpit door of the Airbus A320. So on the fateful day, on 24th of March 2015, he boarded the aircraft. No one had any idea what was going on in his head. So the aircraft took off from Dusseldorf for Barcelona. In the cruise, the captain went to the washroom. At that point of time, Andreas actually set the altitude on the autopilot to 50 feet, which is the lowest value that you can set on an Airbus A320. This was done as a planning for what was to come on the return sector. So at that time, before the captain came back, he actually set it back to the current altitude and nothing happened on that particular flight. However, on the way back, the captain went to the washroom, and when he did, Andreas Lubitz locked the cockpit door and did not let the captain enter. He then changed the altitude on the autopilot again to 50 feet, and he made the aircraft start descending at about 3400 feet per minute. This was constantly increased with time. Outside, the captain was shouting at him to open the cockpit door. He actually even asked the crew to get the crowbar. So there's a crowbar at the back of the aircraft. He asked the crew to get the crowbar, and he actually tried to force his way into the cockpit because Andreas would not let him enter. Neither would he open the door, neither would he let the captain use the access code to enter the cockpit. Because once you're inside the cockpit, you have full authority and you can lock the door completely, so no one can enter unless the person who's inside the cockpit wants it. and Lubitz did not want the captain to come inside. The ATC called him number of times, but no replies were given. On the cockpit voice recorder, after the captain went out, all that can be heard is the passengers at the back screaming once they realized what was going on, and the captain yelling at him, for heaven's sake, open the door. But unfortunately, Lubitz, in all his depression and all his lost senses, did not respond to anyone. The aircraft continued descending at a very high rate and eventually hit a mountainside at 380 knots, which is actually 30 knots above the maximum speed the airplane is designed to fly at. When you crash at such a high speed into a mountain, there is absolutely no chance of survival. Everyone on board immediately perished, and that was the end of it. No one could ever know why Andreas Lubitz, a bright kid who was doing so well in his career, would take such a drastic step. Depression comes in many forms. It is not just one particular form wherein you want to commit suicide. There are a lot of forms to depression. It's a very complicated thing. So all we can do is just be aware of the people who are around us. Take care of them, or if we need someone, if we know we are depressed, all we can do is go and talk to someone who can help us out. So once again, for heaven's sake, every one of you, please take care of your mental health. It is very, very important. And now moving on to what has been happening at AirAsia. I'm sure a lot of you know about it. I'm sure all of you know about it. It's been in the papers, it's been all over the internet, and I have been bombarded with messages and with comments saying ki, what's your view on this? What do you think on this? Why are you not taking a stand on this? Well, here is my stand on it. And my stand is that of silence. Social media is not the place to bring up safety issues. Please get that in your head. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, these are not the places where you bring up safety issues. There are dedicated organizations, dedicated departments, and dedicated people whose job it is to ensure safety. There's a hierarchy to it, and that is the right place where you bring up safety issues if you have any. Social media is literally the last place where you put up a safety issue, and as a result, I personally do not want to get into any fatamatang. I do not want to get into any controversy on social media. If I personally think that there are any safety issues, I will bring them up to the appropriate authorities, and I will not bring them up on YouTube or Instagram. Now, this does not mean I'm against Gaurav. This does not mean I'm against AirAsia. This is my own personal stand where I decide not to speak about it on social media because this is not the place for it. I'm sure all of you are educated, all of you are smart enough to understand that YouTube is not the place. And before we close, I'd like to tell you one very simple thing. I am a captain. There are 500 other pilots at AirAsia who are flying their aircrafts day in and day out. If passenger safety is in doubt, believe me, a pilot's safety is also in doubt. हमारे पास कोई अलग से पैराशूट तो होता नहीं है जो कि हम लेके कूद जाएंगे, right? We are with the passengers. If the passengers go down, we go down. And as 500 very educated, very highly trained and very qualified pilots, if we are going and flying their aircrafts every day, do you think there is a safety issue? Do you think we would risk our lives each and every day for a job? No one would. सबको नौकरी से प्यार ही अपनी जान होती है. Just think about that and I'll leave you with that. This is your boy Tapesh Kumar signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.